ready. Let's bring Corny in.
Hello.
Good to see you, bud. So, it's a big game. We're just about ready to go. I had to stop and start because my webcam wasn't working. But I hope everybody stuck around because we're ready to go. Big game for Ulysse. They need the W, right? Or they have to play 12 plus for the final playoff spot, which is not the position I think they probably would have seen themselves in when the tournament started. So a lot of pressure.
I think they were on their way to make it though, since MJK just went in there and told them to ban Samaria.
Well, there you go. That's all you need, right? Ban Samaria and then you win. Actually, I don't see De Vries in the game. I see Schmut, Anime, White Rabbit, and Proppy.
That's how they get you. They renamed themselves on Steam.
That's how they get you. Could you imagine? That'd be quite the head play right there. And then all of a sudden, De Vries comes out of nowhere with the Warcart push. Pretty crazy. Thanks for being here, everybody. Bronto, good to see you. Flam, Ladmarks, how you doing, bud? Eddie as well, good to see you guys. I don't know if it'll be PJ or not. It'll be interesting. I was actually mentioning, I guess it was yesterday. I was talking to a bunch of people in a Discord stream, and I was mentioning another way to maybe get away from having to ban Gilgamesh is you could just ban Pangaea and continents and islands. You'd be kind of crazy to do the Gilgamesh strat on like a Highlands or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's not ideal on Highlands for sure.
Yeah,
like you probably move like one hill at a time still with the walkouts. That's not what you want.
Exactly, it just turns into a slightly stronger warrior at that point. All right, so here we go. It's time to draft. Highlands is actually out, and that was the first ban coming from Hansa. No surprise there, because they obviously like to scrap it up.
They've been playing a lot of Highlands last CWC. I guess they changed their ways.
Wrong map pool. They had the
Fractal is in there.
Yeah, they had Fractal instead of Inland Sea. So Fractal, of course, was part of the CWC map pool.
Who even is the host? Yeah, I don't see him. Oh wait, it's
White Rabbit.
The caster.
Peter Pan. Yeah, Peter Pan's the host. Sorry. Yeah. They didn't like. I guess none of the Duanza players are comfortable with their hosting abilities. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Highland's still the ban, of course. That was still the play they wanted to make. My guess is Pangaea and Continents and Islands would be smart bans for Ulysse. They tend to like to play on the sending maps anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there goes Continents and Islands. My guess 7 Seas probably goes next. Although maybe they just hate Inland Sea. Who knows? Some people just hate that map. Yeah, 7 Seas is gone. Pangaea maybe next. Who knows? Maybe not. I'm just guessing. But I think Ulysse is probably more comfortable being able to outsim them than try and get into an RG battle with them, with the map or kind of thing, right?
I mean, none of the Ulysse players are like especially want to fight, except maybe Jack.
Yeah, except for Jack, exactly. Ulysse players.
And see.
Yeah. Destoria and Lej and Chuck, they all like to send in that, so.
Destoria is flexible.
Yeah, he can mix it up for sure. So Inland Sea, we of course have seen a couple of tragic games by Ulysse on Inland Sea. They've been duped by. Oh, speaking of which, I was watching Jack's stream this morning. Portugal. They had a broken setup.
We've been warming up to this a lot. Yeah, yesterday I played Portugal. Today, John.
Gonna become part of the meta, maybe. I don't know. It's pretty insane what they can do.
Something we underestimated, especially in 7 Seas, which is what we played both times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of nuts how strong they got in that game. It was so funny watching Jack too, because you could just see his eyes lighting up every time he found out that John was making more and more money. He was just like, every turn, 500 gold. I need to buy another shipyard. No, I gotta get one more shipyard. That's it. Just one more shipyard.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I need to buy a tile. I need to do this. He was just buying everything. He was in his freaking glory. he was making 500 gold a turn per himself as well. He was still like, oh, it was a total greed fest. I don't know how you could ever possibly fight against somebody making 2,000 gold a turn, because he just.
It's not very balanced, no.
No.
You have to find a way to interrupt it if the pick does get through.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was funny too, because he thought he was just going to end up trading with Domitar across the 1C, and then all of a sudden the sea opened up to Noob. He's like, oh my god, I could trade with Noob 51 tiles or something, whatever it was.
45, yeah.
45 tiles or whatever it was. He's just like, that's insane. But yes, as Ulysse was
also. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna read that same comment.
Yeah, last two games in Ulysse. Yes, we talked about that. They allowed Portugal through on Inland Sea a couple times, and that's why I was mentioning it's a bit of a. This map has been a nemesis for them this tournament, so they're going to have to make a play here. Are they really banning them? Wow, interesting. Okay. So Maori off the board is a smart first ban from Duhans, obviously, in Norway. I don't know if it makes sense. I
think people, like, as much as we were confused about Portugal, I don't think people have figured Arabia quite out. I don't think that's a ban.
I know. That's the thing. I keep seeing it banned or first picked in my games, and I'm like, okay, it got a bit of a buff. Maybe it's like a Gandhi type strength or something, like a later pick that could do kind of well. But I don't see anybody actually doing anything super impressive with it to make a justification for banning it like this. But
it was first picked 2 times, so it didn't really do that well, though.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen it first picked a couple times, and I've seen it banned as well in the first section.
We played it ourselves as well, and like, yeah, I don't know.
It's not bad. A little bit better adjacencies. I think, are they taking away the cheaper madrasa as well, right?
It's already gone.
It is gone in the patch, in the updated patch, yeah.
I mean, it's late game adjacencies as well, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Get them super early on.
It's not like it's an early tempo thing. Looks like I'm dropping some frames for some reason, guys. I don't know. Hopefully this straightens itself out. I don't know what the heck's going on. Internet's taking a poop for some reason. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, but my stream is like as well.
It should correct itself every once in a while. I get this, but I don't know why. It's just like
doctoring on the cables.
Yeah, maybe. So Victoria was banned. Zhao first out of the gate, so they've allowed it through again. I was going to get at until I noticed my frame dropping. That they needed to get the ban in, and they're not going to get it. So now they need to go double. They got to go double naval here, right? And just.
I mean, it's an NC. You always have to.
No, but like double naval right now. Like go Japan and.
It's usually what to do, I think.
Yeah, like they've got to make sure they put themselves in a position to shut this down. They of course they actually chose to ban Victoria instead of Portugal. So they've allowed it through again. We're going to see what happens. Qatar's just picked. Is it confirmed? Oh, it hasn't confirmed yet. So maybe they're debating. Qatar's just not bad with Japan, I suppose. But I would probably rather see. They've locked it in. I don't know what is going on with my internet right now.
There's Dido, there's Japan. I don't know why you would pick Qatar first over those two.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. I was thinking Dido Japan would have been my choices, and then let them have Qatar. But some people like fishing boats, securing fishing boats, I suppose.
I mean, it gets better the more navies there are, but.
Sorry for the hiccups, guys. If the for some reason doesn't balance itself here in the next couple minutes after the draft or whatever, I'll restart before the game actually starts. So Japan was an obvious choice, and they've taken them. And then that probably just go ahead and grab Dido. Yeah, there it is. So it's gonna be.
I hate that they allowed Dido.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I mean, it's got to be like fishing boats, but I mean, it's not like on inland sea you're gonna have 10 or 12 cities with tons of fishing boats. Like sometimes you on inland sea you've only got room for 4 or 5 cities, and there's like maybe half a dozen sea resources. Like it's not. I don't think it's worth securing it over Dido.
Naval timings are so tight as well. There's barely any production for like builders and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can maybe afford to make like 4 or 5 in a game before Cavil's set, and then
Yeah.
it's
And
done.
it's like you do it early to maybe boost your first city or two, but it's not like when you put down your fourth city, you've got all the time in the world to throw out a couple builders to make your cities better. Like it's the timing is
No, you have to project, you have to make traders, you have to make lighthouses, you have to throw down a campus or two. And then
exactly
it's pre-build time.
they exactly spam galleys before caravels come. It looks like my internet's ship shaped now again. It's back to a steady KBS. So I don't know what that was. Maybe the neighbors were downloading some extreme levels of the pornography or something. I don't know. It's good now. Yes, it is. Thank you, Vladimir. It's good to see you, Kinsho. Yes, Dire Pants. It's very possible that Ulysse gets Zhaoed again. How ironic would that be? Or I guess duplicitous would it be that Jack takes advantage of Portugal all morning? Well, morning for me. I guess it was afternoon for you guys. And then spends the night getting getting destroyed by Portugal. That would be pretty fitting. Gandhi ban. I don't know about that. I mean, Gandhi's pretty good on the non-fresh. I've seen Gandhi do pretty good things if they get a really good spawn to the left or right on an inland sea, and they just go like crazy wide and can do kinds of crazy things.
I think this is pretty standard though, like 4 naval civs in the first rotation. Then like usually Mali gets banned because it helps so much with naval timing as well.
Yeah.
China is good because culture win is possible when everyone is just rallying themselves on the sea.
Yeah, that's a good point. China, and obviously there's still like Russia is still sitting out there.
I'm not even sure if it takes that high priority. Like it's so much about naval, and yeah, like civs like Mongolia, Brazil, the Romas from Ethiopia are really good, and Malons at punishing the
Yeah,
naval players
Milan
as
Raiders
well.
can punish so well. Yeah, but yeah, just on inland sea, Russia, just because you know you're going to get a nice tundra, right? Generally speaking, I mean not guaranteed, but you generally will have a pretty good chance at pretty good pieces of land away from everybody.
Russia is like late game culture win though, like with
Yeah,
rock
and
points.
they've gotten a pretty good nerf as well with the adjustment to the Labra, right?
You have
So
to actually get there.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
map is usually decided very early.
Gorgo off the board as well. So the Milan Raiders can be picked here, and there's Russia. So it was an easy choice for Ulysse apparently because it was right out of the gate. Who's gonna play what here? Jack doesn't like. Maybe Jack plays Guitarja. Japan probably on Ledge maybe. Destroyer or Chuck would play Russia maybe. What do they counter here with? I feel like you're right. Like I think the Milan Raiders. I think that Mapuche would be a good solid pick here.
I genuinely think that Russia is just as slow, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is a little bit on the slow side. If you have a really really good spawn, obviously you can make it happen. We obviously saw the game the other day where Russia actually had a god spawn, but didn't really do a whole lot with it. There's the Mapuche pick. Who else would you like to see here?
No matter Ethiopia, I think it's just
Ethiopia.
like you.
Oh yeah, Ethiopia just sitting there.
You can easily just win the naval matchup, and then Portugal can defend with Culture Alliance. Culture win forever, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that would be a good call. I feel it's good. Like on Inland Sea, I feel like timings, like even like Rome or Cyrus, like somebody who has the ability to put pressure on early, like some sort of a timing push fairly early to pressure a naval civ from the other team is good here.
Whoever wins the middle and is still relevant just wins the game. Like if the middle is just a stall for like 80 turns, then culture win is again possible on something like Russia. But before it's rough.
Simone Bolivar, not a bad choice either. Free general right out of the gate, so that can help your timing for a push to help destroy somebody's timing to Caravel, something like that. So I think probably a smart pick as well. Not bad. I think I don't know. What would you like in Ulysse now? I suppose some sort of a military disruptor. I think right. Rome.
I guess Rome makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Hacienda Love, yeah.
Cyrus is also okay. Maybe they spice it up with a third naval pick.
A third naval pick could be pretty crazy, yeah. There's still the other England out there.
I don't even think that would be that bad. Like the chances of like Portugal and Dido spawning next to each other are then like even worse.
More limited, yeah. No, I would have liked that choice, but they have gone with Rome, which we also made a lot of sense for us. This game is harder than it looks. It is harder than it looks, Hendu. And you're good at this game. Remaps, I believe everybody has. I think. Oh, wait, no, Ulysse, I think you may have used theirs. Yeah, would you mind checking? I think Ulysse may have used both of theirs, actually. If my memory serves me.
One sec. Hansa has a token, and Ulysse, no tokens left.
Yeah, no tokens. Yeah, they used them both in week 1. I was going to say, I think I remember doing at least one of their games where they used like their last one. So yeah. Heavy G. Mongolia was banned in the first phase. They wanted to keep it out of Jack's hands. Did Hansa. So, Destorian's going to play Peter. He slipped down to the bottom. Of course, she always... Actually, interesting that they've moved... I guess it wouldn't really matter if Dido was above or below Trajan. So yeah, Zhao's going to get first choice.
I mean, there's no reason for like Simon to be in that slot either, though.
Like, yeah, no, that's what I was just going to say. I think he doesn't even need generals, right? Like, it's literally just... Why not just have him above Trajan? Like, if Trajan ends up on the sea for some reason, or starts to... Maybe he throws a bunch of cities on lakes, and he could actually run a project or two and deny Dido on slot order. This is entirely a possibility. Sorry, what was it? US Red Ogre. No one plays America. Not really. I mean, Bull Moose is not really workable, but there's a scenario in which Teddy Rough Rider isn't terrible.
Again, very slow stuff though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
In Industrial Era, probably naval matchup is decided already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in this scenario, wouldn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, sometimes not too bad. You can get a mountain bias, which could equal good campuses, which could equal good timing, but not really a lot of sense on this one. Do I still play for Zoc? I do still play for Zoc, kind of, sometimes. Speaking of which, big announcement. You've heard about it, obviously.
Yeah.
Corny's former teammate has joined Zone of Control and has already cucked me out of a game. I was supposed to play Friday and Saturday. Now I'm only playing Saturday. As a spot was made for Tordred to play in a game on Friday. So I will be casting. Well, actually, I was going to ask you because I'm signed up to cast a game on Friday that features your team. I'm not sure if you're going to be playing in that game or not.
I have no idea. We're completely unorganized.
Yeah, it's a bit of a... These ones are... Because it's not the usual teams, right? So there's like... It's hard to communicate who's doing what. And
I mean, I think we're just flipping coins on who gets to play or not.
Yeah. So if you don't happen to not be playing on Friday and you want to join me... and make fun of your teammates, maybe. I don't know. I'll be doing that game against... it was funny when I first read the schedule, because there's a game the same time I'm playing my game. I think you guys are playing against the... what's the name of the other team? Because I can't even think of the names, because they're not even the same names of the normal teams. The other really good team in your division, you play on Saturday.
I have
the one with Jack and all those guys. Anyway, yeah, I was going to do that one because I misread the schedule thinking it was on the Friday, but it's on the Saturday, so I can't do that one. But
okay.
I'm still going to be doing a game. It'll feature a lot of good players from both teams. Will have really good players from both on both sides, so it's going to be a good game on Friday. It won't be from this tournament. It'll be a CPL tournament, for those of you wondering. What civ should absolutely not be played in a tournament like this? Well, Babylon's banned, so they can't be played. There's like Australia is an example of a civ right now that comes out of my head that they can be really good in like a single player type of environment, but for multiplayer, they spawn on the water and have no naval bonuses, so they just get beat up by the likes of the Japans and Victorias and Didos of the world. So that's an example.
Yeah, there really is never really space for Australia in any competitive draft.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how you draft around that.
Yeah, exactly. Indonesia, top middle. We see no CSs on the coasts. We have Dido to the left.
No bueno for Portugal.
And up, yeah, and Japan down to
Bermuda.
the bottom.
Bermuda.
Oh, Bermuda on it. Let's see. Poggers. And where's here? So yeah, Portugal way over here to the right.
Colombia can get a coastal, so they can trade, but like you ideally want to have at least 2 coastals.
Yeah,
Portugal.
they're perfectly, like, if you look at it. Let me just click actually, like this. So if you look at it, Portugal here, and way up here in the corner is Dido, opposite corners, and then they've actually, and then from the other perspective, it's like this. So these guys are actually going to be able to kind of corner Dido, and Portugal, who doesn't have the greatest timing and obviously doesn't have an early unit or advantage. They don't get any big advantage till Caravel. They're a long ways away to even impact. So this is actually a pretty tricky setup for Dido. Let's look at their spawn. It looks pretty bad. No sea resources. Oh wait, yes there is. There's a reef fish. They're just not showing up yet for me.
It's alright.
It's okay. 2-1 base, working a 2-2. Looks like he's gonna have.
It's
gonna be
also decent expanse, but like
it's a honey. Yeah.
He obviously is not getting God of Sea. He needs like another Pantheon, like Floodplains of Fertility, or I don't know, something to make this work.
Yeah, Floodplains wouldn't kill him over here on an expand, right?
No, this looks pretty bad otherwise.
It's unfortunate for him that he wants to go in the water, because this is actually a pretty nice looking river.
Actually, like open sky would also help him with timing. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, open sky, horses and sheep that can give him extra couple culture. And another one down here. Lots of reefs, but none of them going to help him with a campus. Not the greatest. Sorry, the dog is really disagreeable with where she's laying right now underneath my desk.
Hey, DeVries, we thought you might have renamed and joined the game anyways. And Steam.
Yeah, yeah. We thought maybe you guys were trying to pull a fast one. Interesting choice. I don't, especially on Inland Sea. Can you really do it on Inland Sea? I mean, I suppose on Inland Sea more than 7 seas or something like that. But
if you spawn next to Naval Sophia as Gilga, yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, no doubt. Gilgaban Poggers.
So actually, all 4 Hansa players have the option to go coastal here at some point, even Mapuche and Simona and Stufa from the coast.
So, interestingly though, Mapuche is absolutely nowhere near being able to help. Well, actually, no, I guess it's
he
pretty
just
close.
Goes coastal,
yeah,
right?
he could just go coastal, yeah. Because he gets his +5, right? As soon as everyone gets gold, and he gets
Puts
+5.
the harbor from the cap, settles coastal expanse.
Yeah. And then it's going to be like the timing for the Milans will be a lot of trouble for Gilga. Anybody gonna be able to pressure Portugal? No, not really. They're actually basically surrounded by teammates. So Portugal's gonna be able to free sim. That's pretty big. Russia, let's take a look what they have. Decent river, some extra lakes as well in the tundra, really hilly over here. Opportunity to expand. Of course, they're friends with Japan, so they're going to be on free sim. We'll just have to worry about some sort of timing from...
Whoa. Look at Japan again.
Oh, wow. Chocolate Hills expand. Oh my god. Like, I guess you probably plopped down That's interesting. You probably want to plop down on the Lux, but then it makes it more
yeah.
expensive, right?
It's
What?
worth it for sure.
Yeah. Sit on this, and then he could actually come back here and throw a city down here and on the lake.
That's a pretty decent Japan spawn overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Decent tempo. A lot of chops, a lot of hills.
Really good
Good
expand.
wonder.
Look at this. Like if he can come and win this section, like this is really good expands. 3-2 banana, like
Leash even has
lakes.
some reefs to put his campuses in his cap.
Yeah.
Which is also nice.
Yeah, he can do a harbor campus setup, and then a city down this way could use another campus down here, maybe a Gov Plaza to work off them.
Yeah.
We're missing somebody. Rome is in free sim. Rome free sim can be pretty gross, and they have all kinds of room. Is it? Are we still waiting for one person to load? I think. Wow. So yeah, Rome's got all kinds of room, and of course they can do a lot of things without fresh water, since they have a very special, unique district called the Bath. Although they can't use it out here, I suppose. No mountains, but yeah, they could definitely do some work in here. Very interesting setup though, because there is like Russia will have to worry about, like, this is actually pretty good spacing for a push from the Guitar Boys.
I mean, Guitar Boys versus the Russian unique unit is like even matchup.
Yeah,
though.
I guess so. Yeah, they'd have. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, we're on to turn 2 here. So yeah, he's moved to the stone and settled in place. He's got 2/2s to work. 2/2 base working a 2/2 here. Actually, really nice setup for Indonesia as far as whenever you can get 4 fishing boats in your for your pantheon.
No, gotta expand to the left though. It's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's uber flat,
Right
and then to the right is really nice, but then it's this, so it doesn't look good for Indonesia. Be curious. They don't have a remap, so they're gonna have to play with what they got. Jack's gonna have to deal with this, but 1-3, some nice amber tiles and stuff. Like it's a really good setup, but it's could almost be a Liang cap. But I don't think you really want to do a Liang cap on naval, right? Because you need the stats.
No.
For timing.
Stats only.
Stats only on naval timing. It was just one of those instinctive things like, look at all the resources, but yeah, you can't do it. What else are we missing? Oh, Great Barrier Reef. Not much in the way of land, actually, on Colombia. That's pretty bad. Not very often you see this many flat tiles in one small area. Could do maybe Adamanaki and then have this set up.
He would like that, yeah, I think.
That might actually be a good play for him. Even take the Pantheon and make these 3/2s with science. Like, that'd be actually a play. Could make these into a couple good cities, even if they're like this or something, and then one over here.
I think they should all hard commit on the coast though here.
Like, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like, I mean, just if everybody throws galleys in the water, right? Like, it's obviously Mapuche would be crazy not to. Interesting that nobody got out here, so there's all this space that'll. I mean, I suppose somebody could. I mean, one of these two could maybe throw a few settlers back here and make harbors, but especially on Inland Sea, because on Inland Sea usually it's like you get crammed in after 3 or 4 cities, and then it's a long ways to nothing, right? So it's actually probably not for Portugal. Wow, that's a nice little campus setup right here. Maybe 1 or 2 cities there and another city or 2 here, but then, if they get some gold rolling, they could just start throwing settlers back here. Throw harbors down. It's the only way to expand, really, on
I think
naval.
Portugal is the one civ that you actually want to play, like, really tall.
Yeah.
Like 3 cities and 2 straight lighthouses.
You could do that, yeah. Just to, like, get to lighthouses and get the trade routes going, right? So they got a builder out for their resource. It was a scout first into builder for Jack, and they bought him a scout.
That's
which made sense.
Kind of weird still, but yeah.
Yeah, I think because I think he probably didn't go builder first just because he was so by himself. Maybe like getting a scout out was kind of key. He's speeding up the builder. He's working the 1-3. You can see his growth number, so he's definitely working the 1-3 to get a turn faster on the builder probably. And then he'll start to work he'll probably work the 2 fish and get into a settler. I just heard the sound of a pop hut. Wait, no, I couldn't. What did that say? I thought it said population boost, but it can't be if he's on pop 2. I don't know what happened there. Settler on Dido after it was a scout by I think into a settler, and settler in 3 here, so it was
that
one.
Looks
scout.
like a pop hut though on Dido.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you're right. I thought it read pipe hut, but I heard the sound. I think there must have been a scout by. It must have been a scout by. I think that I heard. But yeah, it was a pop hut on Dido for sure. He's 3 turns on the settler, as is Japan. Do you guys have remap token? They don't. So that's probably them saying play on. Let's look at the Russia. Oh, actually, nice Russia's tiles, and it's nice to have a mixture over here. They go horseback riding, maybe.
Don't think he's too happy with that spawn.
No, I don't think he's probably all that pleased. Curious, I don't think there's any reason. Yeah, I don't know.
Do Hansa might remap because they want Portugal and Dido close to each other, but
yeah, that's the only thing. The Ace have it. They do want to respawn. I think actually that Ulysse is overjoyed right now. Because
I don't think Leech is, but yeah.
Well, Liege is upset because he could have done look at this with the 3-2 base and then buy this, settle here, and then he had expands over here. He's just found out about that were amazing. Liege had just an unbelievable timing and good campuses. He was going to have a great game, but yeah, Russia did not. Probably love their spawn. It's probably average.
The people that remapped is what we should talk about, though. Like, Hansa. I think their setup was like 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I honestly like
that position.
It 100% must have been. We want Portugal by Dido. Let's roll the dice again. But yeah, like they could have literally, like you said, it would have been a really good call. Just have everybody get to the coast and make galleys, and it's 4 versus 2.
Yeah.
Right, and then eventually caravels, and how do you lose?
He had absolutely 0 pressure on land as well. Yeah. I guess he didn't really know that though, because he went builder first, no scout.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing too, is they didn't have anybody to the right. All this land's open, but for all they know, Rome's over here, right?
Yeah,
and
when Nazca is basically or somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously, like with no knowledge of that, Rome could have come and ruined his day, and as they'll find out later that wasn't the case. But yeah, they're actually definitely had a better setup in this case than Ulysse. Jack was going to have trouble. He had crappy expands, other than maybe 2. I guess actually not crappy here. He could have gone like a harbor over here, and then a city here. But then even by the time he gets to here, that's just really close to him. And then he had crap to the left. So Jack was going to have a tough game on this map. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, absolutely. There's an opportunity for them to high roll more, but there's a chance that they come back and roll a lot worse than what they just had. Right? Like I think you said it, Corny, it's kind of a 7 out of 10, right? And yeah, you could get a 9 out of 10. You know, they could definitely roll a 9 out of 10 here. But they could roll a 5 out of 10 pretty quick, easy, right? They could roll Rome sitting right next to Portugal on this next map, and then they're screwed.
Beasts of the Stone Age. To man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
No, I agree. Like, you've got a token left. It's the last game of the round robin. You're rolling the dice, right? Like, if I had a 5 out of 10 there, like it was kind of average, maybe okay, yeah, you try it, but and I think a big part, like I just said, Rome could have easily been right next to Portugal, because you can always kind of predict where people are. 2 naval civs, and then there's usually like, 1 or 2 people to the left, 1 or 2 people to the right, or around, so you can kind of have an idea. And since they didn't know anything about what was to their right, because of where Mapuche spawned, that they're much smaller sea, by the way.
That's odd. I've never seen that.
I've seen various sizes, but this might be the smallest I've ever seen.
Dude, there's again a Bermuda, by the way.
Is there a Bermuda? Where? Oh yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's hilarious. So much smaller sea is going to mean even less opportunity to get cities down. Jack's over in a corner this time. He'll be a 2-1 base, but he does have a reef fish, it appears, and
nutty spawn.
Bunch of 1-3s. He's going to have a lot of early tempo. 2-2. He actually has a 4 food tile sitting here, and then this is actually nutty. It's even kind of nutty for he can have some space. He's only going to be able to get. Where's his space? Actually, he's got a lot of room. Holy cow. He actually could have a godly game here. He actually has pretty decent expands all the way around. Where the hell is everybody? Oh my god. They're all over here.
Nancy.
So Portugal and Dido right next to one another.
They high roll so much though. Like the land looks pretty shit, but like.
And then Russia's not even down here. They're at the top. They can't even. Russia's can't even disturb them.
Dido and Portugal can trade while
the other two can't.
Indonesia and Japan can't. That's GG already for the naval, actually.
Oh wow. It looked like. What's that?
They can still mess it up, of course.
Oh, they can still mess it up. Yeah. It looks. I think you're right, John. It's 2 fish. Yeah, 2 fish and a reef fish. And actually, there's another fish over here. So really big high roll for Jack. He's going to need to have a big game because he's going to need to be able to interrupt this. Where is everybody else? So Japan was over here and Rome's over here. So Rome and Russia are on free sim. Like ultra free sim. Like all the land in the world. Kind of free sim. And then where in the heck is... Oh, so this is a super... So speaking of high rolls, you could not have high rolled... I mean, this is 9 out of 10. This is the 9 out of 10 we talked about. So Mapuche right here ready to disturb Jack's god spawn. And nobody to come and help him out. So he's... Oh, actually... Yeah, this is... I think they lose on spawn here, don't they?
It's close.
I mean, I think they could lose on spawn. Like, Jack's got a god spawn, and then he's going to be completely screwed. I mean, if they knew what we knew, maybe the best option they have would be, like, Rome or Russia needs to run to the water. You know, I mean, it's crazy. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good land here. Maybe, like, Rome just needs to run to the water and help.
No, there's no way. That's too far.
I mean, how do they win? I mean, yes. So free sim. If Jack somehow figures out a way to stay alive, maybe
he just has to stall long enough so that maybe culture can actually happen, and he needs to like try to run away at some point if they don't win naval, which like the odds are very bad for them.
The odds are really bad for them. I don't know. It's going to need to be a godly game.
Oh my god, what is Leash doing? Where's he going?
What is he doing? Is he going to settle the cattle? Wait. Why did he not settle the maize?
I don't even know. I don't even know. There's not a good harbor there at all.
No, where is he going?
I mean, I guess... late game that cap will be really hard to take, actually.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe that's the thing.
Maybe that's the thing, is like, worst case scenario, they can't take my capital. He doesn't have very good expands either, honestly. And then obviously it's really close. Like, Hansa will have to play with their heels to mess this up, I feel like. Like, Jack is going to just have to just somehow survive. is all he's going to be able to do, is just somehow survive. And then, because I mean, I talked about all the options for good expands down here potentially, all the way around here. Oh my god, he's got so much room. But problem, big problem. Two land civs, both with the ability to have very good early timings to disrupt him. Like I mean, he could literally just get rush with a general here on turn 35, and then turn 45, turn 50, it's Milan Raider time. Like,
can we have a look again at the spawn?
Yes, let's take a look at it again. What would you have done? I mean, there's not a lot of good options, but
people are saying he will go on the cattle so you can settle the rice, and on the other side so you can expand fast, and that this is the smart choice.
Okay. So yeah, because he would have seen the rice. I mean, I don't hate it. The rice expands pretty good. It's actually got a 3-2 that they don't know about. And it's got, yeah, it's a pretty good setup, actually. The rice settle's pretty good, so maybe the cattle saves him that. He just got it done, too.
You should look south. If there's good expand there.
There is on the river, but not really. It's just floodplains here. This isn't terrible.
No,
this isn't terrible.
I still don't like it.
Yeah. He didn't open anything up to the south, but he did open up the rice, which is, I mean, it's what he'll do. And he's got really good expands all in this direction. Like, this is all very good.
Right now his cap is pretty...
Yeah, he's working to 3-1 right now. They're going to need to buy him a 2-2. And he still haven't done that. A quick look from team perspective here. He's scouting to the south. Scouts out there. He's gone scout, of course. It's scout. Maybe he's going to shift under into a settler. And where's Jack? Jack's over here. They're going to, yeah, they've bought him a scout right out of the gate. That was, I mean, you can just tell by looking at this map, right? Like, Jack needs help. You can just, this is so obvious that Jack needs a ton of help. He knows he's going to have trouble on the water and land based on what he's seeing right now. And then from the other side, of course, these two are just licking their chops and all the other things because they know that Jack's got to be in here somewhere. One of them's got to be in here somewhere because they know that they have this setup. They have ultra high rolled. What it does tell you, though, and like I said, in order to figure out a way to do this, I feel like somehow Ulysse needs to try and figure out a way to take advantage of all this land to the north that's on the water. Because this is all free land that, you know, I mean, Jack's going to have to play on the land, essentially. So if somebody doesn't come and help him on the water, like, I don't know how. I don't know what the equation is.
Could just settle to the right. Try to stay away from the waters.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, like, he settles here. No, unfortunately, this is where the bad land is. I suppose it's not terrible here, but how does he get there first? He's got some tiles to work. But even, there's only like the one fish and a crab. And this is what I was talking about, like, with the Katarja pick. We mentioned it during the draft. Like, why go Katarja over Dido? I mean, yes, you get fishing boats, but how many do you get? Well, okay, he's got 3 in his capital. Good job. And then he's got, in a city over here, he's got 2 in the third ring. There's, like, almost nothing here. Like, I mean, it's not like you're going to get, it's not like 7 Seas or something like that where you might have 3 or 4 in every city. Like, this is, I think that if they would have gone Dido here, they'd be so much happier. But he's gone builder. He went scout builder with a scout buy. Fingers crossed that this that they figure out a way and play well. You know, how good is this spawn, by the way? It's a 2-1 base, but how good is that?
Settle the coffee.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait.
I mean, then you gamble for horses though.
Yeah, I'm wondering where if he might have started here and then it would have been a turn 3 to go coffee, maybe. Did he turn 1 settled? Did we see that? I missed it.
Yep, he's turn 1 settled in place.
He turned 1 settled? Oh yeah, then absolutely this was the settle. It's cattle all day with the elephant there. Yeah, I missed that, but that's 100% the settle.
When you're gambling, if you settle coffee, still wouldn't have been horrible considering those.
Yeah, I mean, you're gambling that you need a horse to help you out, but you've got a 2/2 there. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of 2/2s in either case, right? But yeah, no, I think it's definitely was the call. The coffee settle. Settlers on the go, one turn actually. So Jack's encountered. Obviously, he's about to get pressure. The warrior and the scout are going exactly where they need to go. Looks like it was another scout buy, or did he get that in a hut? Might have been another scout buy. They're gonna need to feed him. Even here, this warrior, like, they know where Jack is, and this is 100% what they need to do, right? It's just pressure.
Just blocks his expanse completely if they can.
Yeah, exactly. The settler's still 4 turns away because he did get into the builder. It might, when this goes to pop 3, he might shave a turn off the settler, but it's still.
How is his settler actually 3 turns away? Some people have already their settlers outright.
Because he went. Wait, he didn't go 2 scout? What is it? Turn 10. I know he went scout builder. I think he went scout builder. I think he went scout builder into the settler. And that's why. Because, yeah, this settler's out, obviously, because he's shift entered into his settler. Dido settler's next turn. He's either got a builder from or they.
No, he made one.
Oh, he made one, yeah, because he's got the fish up already. Roasta, thank you very much. Appreciate the follow. Settlers 2 away on Japan here. Did he go double scout? He must have. Because you don't see a builder, so yeah. Double scout there. Settlers actually on the way to first expand. I don't know.
What Leash is doing right now is exactly like why I probably wouldn't settle that camp myself. Like, everyone needs gold because you have Navy Sieves going builder first, and then you have no production in your first ring. You have to buy second
so
ring
he had
tiles.
to buy a 2/2, and now he's still working like pop 4, and he's only got 1 2 tile. And he's like probably desperately wishing he had these tiles, but sorry, Jack needs gold for life. So here's a question for you: if you were, I guess he's going to force a unit purchase, but if you were Jack, would you not have turned when the warrior was here? Would you not have turned him around and tried to assist in getting your settler out?
It depends whether your team can buy you stuff to like.
Yeah, he's got the scout out, so he's going to be okay.
I don't think in this situation your team can afford. Like, I would probably turn it around and like give gold to Leash so you can buy tiles.
Free unit for Russia there. But yeah, like Jack, he needs tiles, and Jack, by running with that warrior, essentially set himself up a few turns ago.
I mean, blocking
to need a unit.
Blocking the enemy warship from settling like straight towards you is also like really good for your own survival.
Yeah, and he just forced a scout by because the settler spawned and had the 3 tile vision and saw the warrior, and he forced a scout by. So that ends up working out pretty well, I suppose, as well. Jack's expand. Does he just settle the stone, I guess? Or does he take another turn and go across? It costs you 2 turns to settle across the river, right? And there's no real big advantage to doing so.
Okay. Colombia knows its game plan.
Yeah. Everybody knows their game plan, I think.
Jack settled north, so you make 800 horses.
Yeah.
And
at this point, Jack,
catapults.
This is the one thing, I love Jack, but this is the one thing is that he's probably so discouraged right now. He gets into that kind of defeatist mentality, and right now he's probably like, oh my god, guys. Like, there's the slinger by, and he's also building one. Like, he knows the boys are on the way.
I mean, he just can't play from behind. Like,
yeah.
He really wants to be on top.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to have like today when he was playing against you guys. He was like, you should. I don't know. You wouldn't have saw it obviously by now. When he was killing you, which I mean, how could he not? You had a dog shit spawn, and he just did nothing but spawn longships. But he was just like,
survived.
Jack. He was just like thumping his chest. Ah, yeah. Norway berserkers coming. Just losing his mind. He was having such a good time, but. yeah, ultimately, like this is the opposite of a Jack good time right now, and he needs to keep his head in it. This is important.
Mata spawn is pretty good.
Yeah, and he's thrown it right down. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a long ways to be able to help. I mean, I guess if he gets trade routes set up here, maybe like getting other city down here and getting a trade route going, set up a road. Still pretty far though. If Dido settles in this direction, I guess he could kind of come and help, but they've got to figure out a way to find pressure on these guys. Like if he doesn't come over and pressure land, like what are they going to do? They got to come up with a plan, right? Like if you just look at the map, like you have to pressure this. Like this can't be allowed to just sit like this, because you know what I mean. Like this is huge trouble for Jack. Lej has got an average spawn, I suppose. It's like 2v1.5 at best.
So the thing is, Portugal gets 2 extra traders for like the era he starts in, and then when Goldmage flips the first time. Dido gets 1 extra trader for each Gov Plaza and Gov Plaza building, so they have 2 extra as well, right?
Yep.
I don't remember. Do they have get that?
Well, it is in the base game. They get 1 for the plaza and the building itself. I'm not sure about BBG, to be honest with you, but they definitely get it in the base game.
They get extra traders. Is the point?
Yeah. So
they both just rush alliances and then they trade and then they
make so much gold. Yeah.
They make gold. They make stats. They have also war bonus.
Mm-hmm. So the predicted Rice settle and the 3-2 that he found here. Let's keep an eye on techs. Dido's done astrology. He's on the celestial navigation. As is Lej. Jack. Animal husbandry. He's going to be heading to archers, one would assume. Which is not what you want to be doing when you're in a race to caravels, but what are you going to do when you live in this world?
He needs it, and it's not that big of a deal to get.
I mean, it's not that, but and he'll get boosted obviously from Lej, so he'll be able to catch up that way. But he needs something.
It's like 1/10 of the cost of caravels as attack.
What did I miss in chat? Sorry. Keho. What did Keho's words? What? Oh, Red Corny. Oh, he's talking to you. Oh. I was like, who the hell's Keho? And I'm like, oh, K-Horse is you.
K-Horse.
Hey, K-Horse. So this is interesting here. Jack's scout is actually slowing down and expand. This is a big deal.
He actually can block him forever.
Yeah, he can actually block this. Back. Especially like if he's going to stick with his builder. Like if he doesn't want to get a slinger out and force him off, like this can actually be quite a long time.
Like slinger would be too late even now. Like he still blocks them.
Because this is the best he can do, right? So he just needs to come back to this tile.
Yeah, exactly. He has to go around the mountain anyways now.
Yeah.
Which is really sad. Or he just goes inland, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's not even an option to go inland and still get a harbor, which is
no, just can go like commercial as well. It's not terrible. It helps with freeing. It's another trader. It's on the way to caravels as well. It's not terrible. It's not ideal, but it's also not terrible.
Mm-hmm. Jack's got a couple slingers out here, and this is the direction he wants to go, so he obviously needs to bully this warrior in order to free up the move this way. Not a good city, but he doesn't have much options. The last thing he wants to do is keep throwing cities down in
the other direction,
in Proppy's face. He doesn't want to be doing that. Okay, so the warrior's actually backing off because he knows he's about to get beat up on that marsh.
I don't like that, by the way, that he goes that far.
Would you like to just step to the cattle and make him step on the marsh?
He could have fortified on the marsh, took another shot.
And then backed up, yeah.
Stick there for another turn, maybe. You can delay him a lot here still.
Mm. So, another settler out. Jack was able to do a little bit, actually.
That's huge. That Mapuche isn't coming towards.
Yeah, he's been able to back him off. Like, he settled north and now on a non-fresh. and now he's backing off to settle away from with a non-fresh. That's actually a really big deal. Like what he should have been doing is settling this, right?
Wait, what happened there actually? Why did he not settle just on the lake? Why did he settle non-fresh?
I don't know. That's like why not go to the like it's 2 more turns, but why would you not step on the hill and then boom settle? There's tiles, it's fresh water, there's a campus. I mean, he's just for a 3 food base. He's done this. Like that's insane. And now he's going to come settle something down here, kind of average, when he could be forward settling on the able civ with this, right? Like
yeah,
settle the diamonds.
It's a way better
settle the
as well.
stone. Like this is the settles right here, the stone and the diamonds, and then boom, gotcha. I'm not even sure I'm a big fan of this. What is this for a horse? It's got 1, 2, 2 in the first 2 rings. Whereas, you know, you could settle this river. You could come and settle here as well if he's not going to do it. Like, it's just every unit you make is going to have to travel that much further to get to Jack. Versus if you made the city here. Wouldn't have been that long of a travel, really.
Would have actually been better to go towards him, but he can make another settle in the meantime. Like, it will be a long way to catapults. I hope he goes catapults, by the way, not apprenticeship or something.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep an eye on that. So, we've got a deer upgrade here. That looks a lot like Dance of Aurora with those, really flat land around him, which is not good for production, but it'll help out your holy set adjacencies. And we'll see what he's up to.
That silk is kind of trolling in the middle there.
Yeah, the silk in the middle to keep your Gov Plaza off of it, you could, I suppose you could always do your Gov Plaza setup with theater squares, right? Like you could do a Gov Plaza like here and do wonders around it with theater squares.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of flat land, so that's going to work well for him. More settlers for Rome. You always want to be building settlers if you can with Rome, because of course you're building a monument at the same time. This is going to be interesting. Where's he going to settle here? This is going to be really expensive no matter where he goes. Oh wow, there's already a Byreme out. Monument's getting built.
Oh no, Liege.
2 Byremes are out.
Oh no, Liege.
Liege is actually disrupting the settle over here actually as well. So he's kind of screwing up the settles for Dido, because he's going to end up having to settle this instead of what he wanted to settle, which was
Liege switched to a board actually. That's good.
Okay, yes, he did. He did switch off the monuments. The monument builds were super greedy. So
still the Byremes can just sit on that Reef fish fiber now, though.
yeah. This is going to be trouble for him. He's going to need to figure something out. Monuments are coming down for Dido with settlers out. He did, as you mentioned, come back this direction. What did he get for Pantheon? War and Plunder. Okay, that makes sense. He knew that this settle was screwed. Jack just keeps this guy here forever, right? And says, you're going to have to bring a couple archers if you want to settle this.
Yeah.
Jack just stands there and
What
waits.
did everyone get as a Pantheon?
It's a good question, actually, since we're talking about it. We've got stone circles over here. Pretty good setup for him on the capital, anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, one over here as well, so he's going to have a pretty good template of that. Nothing for Portugal. They are...
Colombia.
Or, sorry, I read Proppy and then Dyslexia.
Portugal.
The Proppy man has 4 faith and 1 a turn and no Pantheon, so he must have just put it in. Maybe he started with Urban. Of course, we saw Dance of the Aurora. We still see nothing on Japan. He does have the faith for it, and he's taken the card out, so he's just waiting for his turn to pick. And nothing on Rome yet, who also has it. So Rome has gotten to his 12 and taken the card out, so they're all just waiting for their turn to pick.
What did Dido take?
Dido was the last one. They have Rita Marshes, which actually not that bad. And actually over here as well, it's going to turn out to be pretty good for him because he was forced to this settle. It actually probably where he wanted to go because of his Pantheon.
I like City Patron so much more for Portugal then.
Yeah,
over War and Plunder.
Over War and Plunder. Yeah, I would have liked it as well. I'm an admirer of that Pantheon, and Yeah. Since, well, we talked about the possibility for them getting reeds and marshes, right? But certainly, I mean, Warm Plunder's fine, but getting them down faster is just as nice, right? So Jack actually went off coast to come get the 2-3. That's probably a good idea, because we were talking about how this was not very nice looking land. At least over here he's got a 2-3, and then
Oh no! Oh Jack, what happened?
oh Jack!
All the fishing boats are gone.
Oh my god!
Haboob strikes again.
He's got a builder
But a
coming
different
out,
kind.
and then yeah, he's got a builder coming out, and it's gonna have to go redo everything he's already done. I mean,
He's close to 2-3 now.
Yeah, he does have a 2-3 here, which is nice. So that's kind of helped. Hopefully, when it leaves, it drops some more. Yeah, so far destroyed 3 tiles and only given 1 yield. That's not a very good return on investment. Anissa. Somebody go ask Jack what he thinks of Anissa. Yeah, they weren't even like damaged or whatever, but they were literally just completely destroyed. I like the trade route as well, really quickly, because it's going to allow him to get a settler from his capital over to here, something like that, much faster. So that's a really smart idea. My thought is he's just probably going builder into chop a settler, maybe. So unfortunately for him, the builder's got other things to do now. Sorry, Jack, I don't mean to laugh, but I do. Temple of Artemis play. Not a bad one. It's fine.
You almost want it if you can get it.
Yeah.
These lawful spawns.
Yeah. By the way, no religion.
No
yet.
feed the world yet. That's definitely
feed
worth projecting. Actually, like as well.
Well, there's he gets
Okay,
he
yeah,
gets
2
it next turn,
points.
so he's getting 5 a turn. So he's got a next turn. Pretty good holy site if you can get it. It'll give him iron as soon as he gets that as well. Yeah, really rough setup for Japan right now. He did get galleys out though to hold his land.
Alicia, no.
Yeah.
Osaka ain't looking so hot.
No.
He was kind of forced to settle there because of the early biomes though.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what it was. Plus the scout was here. I'm not sure where the scout was at the time he settled, but the Viremes coming in, it would have been pretty awkward to settle on a 3, because he wouldn't have known that there wasn't the possibility of a 3rd one, which is actually right here, right? That city dies pretty quick if he throws it on a.
You can always tell like how many bots there are based
I
on
guess
military score.
Mad military score, yeah.
There's absolutely no reason for there to be any other units in this map other than boats, or like maybe 1 slinger you can account for.
So Jack maintaining his pressure to Lisbon's left, and he's it's pretty big deal for him to have forced a city off of the coast. That's one less city that's going to spam pre-builds and stuff, and it'll force him to go to commercial hubs if he wants to get a trade route out of it. If builders coming out, Jack's going to get fishes here. He's got to, of course. Okay, so he went and got the horses up here, which he probably just needed for So then he'll come back this way and improve.
I mean, he will need horseback here to hold on.
Exactly, yeah. He needs them specifically just so that he can spam horses and try to live. You can see what the plan is here. Obviously, in 4 turns, there's going to be a general popping out for Mr. Grand Columbia, and it works on archers. So you spam some archers, and
making archer and horse at the same time while only being able to fit 1 card.
Yeah, with only 1 card. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, archer and, I mean, why not just do 2 archers and then put maneuver in afterwards or something? Like, even when you look at this, like, it looks like this is like a 3 or 4 turn horse. So maybe he doesn't even have a card in.
No, I think that's card before.
Yeah, it is the card in, which means he's building a 4 turn archer without like a gogi.
Just why?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? I mean, maybe they don't have the horses, but why not just do another horse?
I mean, even then it's worth shit entering 4 turn. Horse is just better.
Yeah. Okay, so Jack has finally been pushed away. The pressure's off. The stone circles is going in. No more settlers on the way, so forward settle's not coming. This feels like a mistake. Builders will give him tempo, obviously, with his stone circles. We get his trader up.
Is there more Mohenjo-Daro in the game? Maybe
Speaking of city-states, no Mohenjo-Daro for him, and Tananarivo in the game.
Valletta could be nice if he has some 5-gen with stone circles. Maybe he can buy 1 or 2 granaries.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. For Valletta, where are they? Oh yeah, back here in the
I
corner.
guess that's also worth killing, though.
Yeah, it is absolutely worth killing in his position. Really good city, actually. There's a lot of like 2/3/2 bananas. He's got a stone there as well for his Pantheon. Nothing but hills. Like, that's an absolute takedown right there. No brainer.
Gotta be fast before the builder chops everything and makes farms.
What else do we have? Anything sexy? Not really. Oh, and Shen. Could be kind of crucial for Russia to grab.
Yeah. Could just go for a culture and have science anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Whoa. Another free unit. Wasn't there just a minute ago? There was one over here. Yeah, meteor.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the
Just,
vicinity.
feeling lucky.
Yeah. I don't know who got it though. Maybe.
No, destroy it. You can tell by city strength, right?
Oh yeah, city strength. I just can't find it.
Oh wait, did you make?
Oh yeah, no, it
maybe
is over here.
early-
It's way over here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so another settler out. Builders, another settler. I love it. Rome doing things that Rome does. Good settles. Good tiles to work. Nothing amazing, but we'll take it. Nice tempo on him with his stats. 914.
Also Magnus in the cap and a lot of builders coming to chop.
Yeah, the chop indeed. Look at this. Wow. I mean, he's got at least, even if you just don't count third ring, he's got like 8 or 9 chops there. That's going to be a ton of tempo.
So he took actually open skies.
Oh yeah, there you go. There we were waiting on a couple of choices. It was City Patron Goddess for Japan, which is pretty good. Since it's one of the only districts that they don't get half price on.
Where on earth does the Saba go now, though? Like, he improved the fish in the lake?
I don't know. Like, obviously the cap, and then, like, here, but then this one goes out here. Like, Osaka, Kyoto, and then...
At this point, it's not even worth going free inquiry anymore.
Yeah, because he's so late to them, right? Like, it's going to be...
And they,
by the time he gets
adjacency or 2.
Yeah, he's going to have, like, this would be a 4, but then this would be a 1, and this would be a 2.
Eventually, you can make them better, of course, because it's Japan, but, like, there's no tempo there at all.
Yeah. I mean, maybe his play is Pen Brush into an Immortal Rush.
You mean
Or an
Samurais?
Immortal. Jesus. Samurai push. Sorry. A Samurai push, maybe, right?
He could, definitely.
So yeah, there's the Pantheon wrap-up for you, folks. City Patron Goddess into God of the Open Sky.
Although, like, nowadays, if you take mathematics anyways for carols, it's only like 4 turns to get mana dumps yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a 48 strength unit versus a 45.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
I guess Japan can plan ahead with maybe Crusade and General, have a lot of odds. But you should always be able to tell with that when it happens and prepare.
Jack making a play for Defender here, I think.
Yeah.
With the
Not
Stonehenge. What's that?
Not bad.
No, I don't mind it at all. I think it's, you know, I think it's actually the play. Give him a little bit of an advantage against a couple people they're going to have, you know.
I hope he waits for next Golden Age, though, to finish it.
He will have. It's next turn. Unless he,
Oh, yeah, it's next turn.
But yeah, because he's going to obviously have a general come in this way, which is +5, and then Mapuji's going to have a +5, so getting 3 of your own. He does have a galley out to block the choke, which is going to be key. Lots of builders out. That's Jack's thing, as you guys know. He probably chopped a builder or 2. Actually, I don't see any chops having been done. Maybe this one. Maybe he chopped here to a builder, because he's got 3 of them floating. Jack dies. I mean,
He can hold on for long if you place it for a
yeah,
long
he
time
can
if you
hold on
place it
for
right.
sure. Yeah, this city over here is pretty safe
I
for a
really hope
while.
Hansa realizes that they have to take catapults. Catapults.
Yeah,
Like I see this mistake being made so often that you like only realize that you have to take siege units once the walls are actually up already.
yeah. Oh yeah, I mention it all the time. Like so you can see it coming a mile away where you see somebody coming with a boatload of units, and then the walls go up, and then you look back at their cities, and all of a sudden there's a catapult starting. It's like zero preparation. There's a settler coming here. Mapuche hopefully will eventually get a forward settle in. Finally, still on 3 cities and only 2 of them on the water. So this was huge. This block here was huge to slow down Portugal tempo. And then I guess another settler coming for Phoenicia, but then he'll be done settling. At least done settling on the ocean. So not too bad.
Can go to catapults with 4 cities, 5 is better.
Mm-hmm. Galley here in a choke is working well for him.
Leash Miss Golden. Oh.
What? Oh, well, we already talked about how how free ink isn't going to be very good for him. I guess he decided. Oh man!
Didn't even get Harbor Tech.
Any scrap go newers?
Wait, did he actually not get Harbor Tech? He's on currency.
He did. He got it. Now he's on the currency for.
But he's not placing his harbors.
For some reason, he's on the currency.
Like, getting a 4 adjacency hub is so easy on Japan, and it gives you so much score.
Yeah, and yeah, so he's 5 turns on building it. Which will be a +4, and then he's got the 1 here. He has to buy the tiles for the other 2, so maybe he's not spending money and why he's not placing them. Stonehenge done, by the way, he chopped it out. Horses coming in both cities. The card is in. The horses with general, there's 5 horses we can see coming.
He'll need a lot more.
It looks like he may have stopped the archer. Maybe he heard us making fun of him and switched to a horse or something.
That's good. I like that.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I mean, he can build a front line of horses now and then come with marches later, maybe.
Yeah. So
maybe better to do it the other way around.
Yeah, I would prefer the archer push first and then soften them up for the horses. The diamond, I would imagine, is the choice here. Jack's lucky here to be having a 1-tile choke that he can just hold for a bit here because he doesn't have time to build a lot of galleys at the moment. My guess is that they would be saving up money to support him in any way they can. Especially navals, yeah. Everyone's golden except for Japan. Were you asking? Hey, Hoke, how you doing?
Wait.
What's up?
What golden age should Jack take?
Penbrush.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have his harbors to even harbor tech. He's about to get it. He's about to get harbor tech, but he had to go. He went mining into animal husbandry. He had to, of course, chop trees and stuff. He went into horses, and now he's going to horseback riding into celestial navigation. So he didn't really have much choice but to go this order.
I think no matter how you look at this now, they just lose. Because, like, he will have to go, like, if he wants naval units, he will have to go for jonks now because they're fast in cavalry with Penbrush.
Mm-hmm.
And then he doesn't have military lines because he went all the way to mercenaries.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Portugal and Dido can just rush alliances, get the stats from, like, trading and have combat bonus.
Yeah, Jack's going to be in a tricky spot here. What's the point of golden when you have no districts? I mean, He's got them placed anyway. He does have City Patron Goddess, so they'll go fast. Oracle on Rome. I mean, really, it's all at this point. It's you got to stay alive. The only hope is stay alive, and somehow Rome and Russia win late game, right? Hope that Jack can Arel Gran Colombia and Mapuche enough. Like, hopefully they just go straight into Arelville. Although it looks like Mapuche is getting another settler out, so he's going to kind of sim out a bit while he gets
the one who will need to defend culture in the end will be Mapuche, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, like if you're not going to defend culture much in this situation on the water.
Oh, look at Jack in the city.
Oh.
Does he have to unstack?
Oh shit! He got unstacked.
Okay, he got it unstacked. Never mind. I thought he might have had to delete the horse. That would have been rough.
Oh, because he was able to get it over here, but yeah, because he almost got surrounded and wouldn't have been able to go in the water.
Are there more units coming? This might actually be dangerous, though.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's got the archer coming, and then he's got a builder.
No, I meant for Colombia.
That he's trying to. Oh, Grand Colombia that's coming. Oh, no, actually, he's shifted into settlers in all three cities. Proppy. If he doesn't take this city, then Proppy just threw. I mean,
he's applying pressure to the navals if it's still.
I mean,
right,
yeah, and I guess he just doesn't want to
go for the kill here for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Pop 3 or 4 more horses and you kill him. But I think Jack might be able to defend this. We'll see. Catface, extraordinarily generous of you. Thank you very much, Catface, for that. And congratulations to the recipients of the things. Archer, I mean, are they short on horses? Archer's not ideal in this situation. They are kind of short on horses. Oh no, they got Jack's got 23.
Oh no. Was that to scout?
What's that? Oh no. Where did Jack's galley go? They must have like
everything is going wrong. Oh no, Jack.
They must have forced it off. They must have like hit it and then hit it again and backed out and then hit it again. Oh no, Jack. Oh, maybe problem.
Wait, which team shows Inlancy? I think it was Ulysse, right?
Yeah, well, it was that or Pangea. Because the Seven Seas and Highlands was taken away by Hansa, so it was not much choice, really. I don't know what Jack's play is with this builder. Like, what's he going to do with it? Like, why not just have a unit underway? Like, it's not like... I mean, he's got a builder inside the city already that he can't currently use. Okay, so Archer out into a horse. He's got a warrior to take care of now. Archer on the way from Mapuche, but he is in full free sim mode now. He's gonna get his tempo up at this point.
I mean, they have full vision on Jack, and they know that he doesn't have anything.
Yeah, there's no point. I just don't know if there's a kill though right now because they just lost a horse.
No, it's not a kill. Like if there were like more units coming now.
Yeah, there's
and
just
already like catapults in production. This would actually be a kill right here.
Yeah.
But now they need to wait for catapults. Or just stall a bit, mix them up more.
Rory, shh. Who's got the forest fire? Nobody special. Okay, so Dido's on 4 cities. Adamanaki coming. With reeds and marshes. That'll help with the timing.
4 cities and another settler walking.
Mm-hmm. Although where he puts it, I don't know.
On cattle.
Oh,
Next cap. Decent.
Oh, here in the. Oh yeah, and then he could still reach. Yeah, he could put it here and then put a harbor in. Or he's from the cap, so maybe he's gone left. And maybe he's gonna go settle the iron.
Did he come from the cap? I think he come from the.
Oh, maybe he did come from Utica. I don't know. I was kind of assuming he came from the cap and he's been marching left. But the cattle, you're right, was actually a really good city, and could have reached. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. He is going right. So what had come from Utica, obviously.
I mean, he might have still came from the cap and realized.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's like, oh, wait a minute, where am I going? So Lej, another settler out. Builders on the way. Lej, defensive tactics in 4. Where's the stats at? Anybody having a big walk away? Not really. Pretty good on Dido. Chuck's having a good early game with Rome, but I mean, anybody can have an early game with Rome. That's what they do. Oracle's built, by the way. Pingala coming on the way in. He's going to have a good run at the scientists early. And also the first person to start making merchant points is going to be happy about their day. Rome lost a settler. What? Oh yeah, how they lost it? By Dido.
There's the Dido Scout South. Yeah. Right
oh, and then they deleted it, I suppose. And then there's trade routes about to get pillaged as well.
If there wasn't that trade route to pillage, I think he could have actually kept it and walked it back.
Yeah, I don't know why. Exactly. That's what I was wondering. I was looking for an actual settler because what would have stopped him from walking it back? Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation. That's a loss of tempo. Obviously, campuses are going down, but he's going to need to affect this game, and losing a settler is not the way to do it. 5 cities on Destoria. He's got audience going down. Arena, so he's going to make a play on ye old. Oh, by the way, look at this. Too bad.
Wait, is he gonna... Fuck, that's sick.
Yeah.
Is he gonna chop all those woods, though? With Magnus?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's his plan, yeah. And
then there's no, like, walkable tiles left.
Yeah. I mean, how many of these are hills? I guess 3, yeah. Be pretty
3 chops, I guess.
Yeah. Chop a little bit, anyway. I guess he could pull these tiles into that city as well, because the city's... Yeah, I guess the city's pretty average as well. But yeah, I mean, it's an okay setup. He's got another city coming on the way here. Yeah, not a bad setup. What's his yields right now? 47 faith a turn. Not terrible. He needs to get the... Well, if he gets it, that's got to be higher when he puts the double adjacency, I would imagine, right? There's no way he's got the double in right now. That number.
What is it? What number are we on?
He's on 47 a turn right now. But these are most of these
I thought you checked the holy sites.
Yeah, they're...
Yeah, just regular.
Just normal, yeah. Not doubled. Alright, let's check out Jack's adventures. So this is backed off. There's a settler coming to get in another forward settle. He's going to settle on...
Oh, I like that, actually. If he settles right in his face.
Yeah, just settle right in his face. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, Proppy just blew it. I mean, his horses are essentially gone now. And in fact, yeah.
He put a lot of pressure.
I mean, yeah, he put some pressure, but...
Just bring more and you get to kill as well.
he decided to shift into settlers to get his free sim on. I mean, there's not much Jack can do now. He's getting his harbors up. You just survive. I mean, maybe he can squeeze a settler out towards Russia. Maybe, and just stay alive. If you could ever squeeze one out unseen, right, and just try to get up here.
No one can touch him up there.
Yeah.
Yet. Like if he wants to get a scalp, if he wants to get a scalp settler, now's the time actually.
Honestly, if he got a settler out right now and just put it in here, he could start a whole new empire on this ocean. Really, I mean, it's not the greatest land, but I mean, there's some fishing boats, I should say. Like he could come over here and just reestablish.
No, that doesn't work.
Well, I'm not saying he's gonna like become part of the game. I'm just saying he could get like. I mean, if he could ever get.
Calverts will follow. If he goes anywhere with that settler, it has to go on land because sea is lost.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he wouldn't be able to because he had to be at Caravels to hold it. Yeah, he went chop. And it's done.
He actually chopped everything. Except for one.
Yeah, except for this one here, yeah.
Legion's up for Rome, but Granada already has walls.
Yeah, Granada's got walls. He's going to need a battering ram. Not a really great city anyway. It's okay, but non-fresh and pretty minimal tiles to work. Screw you, bud. It's Coliseum record. That's pretty fast. Turn 40 Coliseum is extremely fast. Coliseum. I wouldn't imagine it's a record, but it's pretty fast. Yes, we saw him lose a trader as well. He lost a trader as well. That was unfortunate. As far as like, I mean, Jack has to stay alive. As far as when do you stop feeding him gold? You don't stop feeding him gold as long as he's alive. Because if he dies completely out of the game, then it's essentially over.
He can, at any point right now, he can decide to run away. Mm-hmm. And he should decide that, actually. Like, it's up to him to draw the line between where it's worth him spending gold or not. Just, Jack isn't the greatest person at making making that decision.
Yeah.
Like, he either gives up completely or he just tries to hold on.
Yeah, that's exactly Jack's personality. He'll just, I mean, he's obviously done some incredible games where he's just done amazing things and single-handedly taken Byzantium and killed 4 civilizations in 25 turns. But I've also seen him play Byzantium, have a rough start, have his initial push fail, and then just decide to spam 30 settlers with triple monumentality and not care about the result of the game and end up losing. So it's whether or not Jack wants to fight for this win. And think about it and say, okay, it's time to get a settler out and get the hell out of here. Six cities, another settler coming. Mapuche got the sim on. Not 100% sure about some of his settles, and I really would have liked to have seen him take Valletta down already.
Is there a Goth building already? This doesn't look like one, right?
Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is here. He just put down, looks like that's, I think that's Audience.
Mm-hmm.
That one there, yeah.
With all these non-fresh, I guess, makes sense.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Looks like Audience here as well eventually has been placed but not built. Speaking of government, Audience there. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he's going to have a ridiculous game.
No one feels the Ancestral this time around.
No one's feeling Ancestral. Any Ancestral? Rome could potentially feel some Ancestral, although it's...
What?
No, you can't. Forget it. There's
What? That's the latest Gov Plaza I've seen in a while.
yeah, still not built. Turn 42. What did he do in the? Oh, so he went. Oh, he threw down a theater square in his campus, and then so that he had to do it over here. I mean, okay. Lejeune 4 cities. His government plaza 6 tiles. It turns away himself. This does not look good, boys and girls. Lej on mathematics in 2. So he's mathematics. He still doesn't have shipbuilding done. Shipbuilding is done into mathematics, so a little bit of an advantage there. I would imagine he's got it done as well. Shipbuilding, I mean, yeah. So definitely behind the 8 ball is Lej. 14 science, that'll do it. To 25 and 19. I honestly don't know how. I mean, we might have another short game here. I don't know what the solution is. He's going to have a couple campuses go down. So that'll increase his tempo. And actually, he's got one here. If he could ever get the double card in, they're actually really good campuses.
Did he ever finish the harpers, by the way? Or did he leave them on 1 turn to get full value? Because it kind of looks like it.
Yeah, he has. He's left them on 1 turn to get full value on the quick campuses. I mean,
smart,
it's good.
But at the same time, it's also pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly.
No harbor points.
I love the abuse, but the admirals are going to be completely owned.
Especially because God of War and Plunder went to Portugal as well.
Yeah, they've already taken the fleet and the quadram, and Indonesia's going to get one here shortly. But yeah, he probably won't even get a classical. Lej through by settling the cattle. I mean, we were talking about it. I wasn't a big fan of the cattle settle either.
So much food, but so low production.
Yeah, his production is actual garbage. I mean, he's literally counting on improving cattle just to improve his production in the city. Like, that's pretty bad. Working 3-1 tiles all over. Like, it's in really rough shape. And Breeze, you bring up a good point. Like, if Jack does survive, I'd love to see him spit a settler out here. Anytime. I keep looking over, hoping he's got a settler going. He's got tons of horses coming. Jack, of course, very good at war, so he can war move these guys for a long time. But if he doesn't have caravels, I mean, I suppose both his cities are on 1 tile chokes. He puts walls up, bastions. You know, maybe it's frigates that has to kill him. But you're right. If he survives long enough, gets an escape settler, it would take a hell of a sim from one of these 2 over here to stop a culture victory from happening pretty quick. Destorius seems to have a good game going. He's on 8 cities. He's got a very fast Colosseum for tempo. He's getting, hopefully he's going to get theater squares down shortly. He's going to have a couple really good ones there.
He's making the best of the land.
Yeah, he's doing quite good. He's got another settler going.
Even with that troll silk.
Even with that stupid silk. He's up to 113 faith a turn, so I'd imagine he's got the card in now. He does indeed. That's going to give him tons of tempo. He can continue to expand in both directions. And, yeah, just throw down lavers and theater squares. Lavers and theater squares. Cities, cities, cities. And then we have actually over here, Rome's actually already gotten a theater square down himself. So he'll be able to help collect writers and stuff for feeding.
It's good that Rome built Oracle and is now helping out with Pingala as well to make writer points per turn.
Exactly. So Pingala, Oracle, he'll be able to basically suck up writers and get them into and fill up the theater squares that much faster on Russia. The Paris settle is throwing you?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
Just
the city name. Oh, did he name a city? Did somebody name a city Paris? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. He named his capital Paris for some reason.
Paris.
Paris. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe is he from Paris? I know he's French. I don't know if he's actually from Paris. Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe somebody in his stream did a city name request for Paris. I don't know. Oh, Adamanaki got built, by the way. Where is it? Okay, here we go.
Who did it?
That'll work.
Oh.
That'll work. And then the iron. Was this the iron? Wait, wasn't there an iron that was going to get settled? This is it here, right? Wasn't the only tile left on the coast was an iron, wasn't it? And now I don't see it.
He doesn't have iron working, I would
Oh,
assume.
that's why he.
Bronze working.
Bronze working, yeah. Yeah, so there you go. The trade routes are popping. Gold per turn, 90 a turn on White Rabbit. Right now, that's a pretty good start for caravel upgrades. Ledge on shipbuilding in 2, it's buttresses in 4 and 5 on these guys. So these can lose the race.
Dido should be making a bit more gold, but yeah, this is
Dido could be doing a little bit better, but it's pretty good.
Like pretty average for Portugal though.
Yeah,
it's GPT now, 4 cities.
Yeah, and one city is just now getting its harbor built, which is going to be a while. And he's actually going to get a 5th city. He's going to finally settle this. Jack abandoned that position.
Yeah, 90 per ton is a lot, but it's Portugal that we're talking about.
Yeah.
With naval traders.
Their naval traders are disgusting.
Is it better to kill Jack or Leash first? And you saw where Leash capital is, right? I don't think you actually take that anytime soon.
No, that's battleship material.
It's the best part about this whole thing.
Yeah, that's true, right? You can only get hit by one battleship as long as you don't get pushed on land. Which, with Rome sitting back here, I'd imagine you should get enough help.
He can fill up all those coastal tiles with traps, with catapults as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is almost like Helm's Deep in the water, right here. You could cripple him, obviously. Like this city could definitely go pretty easy, but this is a 1 tile choke. This is actually off the water, and then this is of course off the water as well. So he's pretty losing the caravel race isn't going to hurt him all that much as long as he can somehow hold this and keep this together. This is pretty much all he needs. Yeah. Jack's got a couple more galleys out here. Where is he on tech? What's he doing now? Mathematics. So he's going to try to get...
I think both of them could... I've just been thinking about who to go for with caravels. I think you can afford to just go to both, actually, with the amount of gold that you're making.
Yeah, yeah. Just as long as they get enough free builds out, they can just go crazy.
You don't have to kill cities, just pillage the harbors, they build the walls, the RL, you come with frigates, and you try to see what you can actually clean up. Probably Jack.
So
still no settler for Jack either.
I know, he's getting tons of horses out, and that'll help for stopping the Milans and stuff, but these guys have fallen into full free sim, so Jack needs to stop with the horses and do a little simming of his own.
He has about 5 turns, I would say, to make that settler and start walking. Then if they're smart, they might still catch it.
Yeah, because he's got a ways to go, and then obviously he's gonna, like, you know, he can come over here and settle something like that or something, and then chop out another one and keep going north, maybe.
Really he actually has 3 turns till Jonks. That's impressive.
Yeah, I was just say I saw a quadrant go down. I was going to say he's getting some pre-builds.
I guess his team can easily boost him though.
Yeah, he'll be able to pivot to civil pretty good. What's his stats? 22-27 is not bad.
Why is Chuck on Buttress? I guess he's boosting it for Leash actually. Okay, that makes sense as well.
Yeah, he's got the big science.
And then Destroyer is going for Niter himself to get the Jonks.
Jack actually doing a bit of a counter push here.
Yeah, he has way more units now.
Yeah.
Since probably try to sim up instead.
Oh shit, I just got a crash. What the hell? Ah. That sucks. Rough timing.
I'm sure they wait.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm sure they're like, oh, geez, everybody wait for Norm. Oh, Portugal crashed as well. Okay. We're not gonna miss anything. I wasn't even switching between vision either. So Jack hanging on. The counter push is going to probably give him confidence to not worry about that settler that he needs. Looks like they might. It's funny. I didn't realize that the conversation that happens in game shows up in the chat in the lobby as well, right? Because this would be the conversation they're having inside the game, right? The conversation that they're having.
You think it's weird that it shows up there, or what?
Well, I didn't know it. I just think it's weird. I guess it makes sense, but I never knew that there was a connection between the lobby chat section and then the little chat section that's inside the game itself. But I was able to see them having their conversation about when to relobby or whatever, which looks like they might actually relobby when the turn rolls over. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, he's literally, and so he had, what was it, like 6 or 7 horses against 3. You know, obviously Proppy's got the general, the commandante, but
and fortification still helps.
Yeah, he's still gonna, you know, if he could ever figure out a way to take those horses out, and Jack knows war moves. If he can ever figure that out, then
rough spot.
Yeah, if he could ever surround that city and raise that city, I mean, Proppy went back to greeting on free sim instead of finishing a city off, and now he could actually cause some trouble here. How strong do I think Hansa is? As a team, I think they're a good team. In this position, I think they have an incredible position. I'm not sure which one you're asking for. So yeah, an archer and 5 horses. You'll probably keep most of these back, I would think. At least keep a couple of them back and maybe go 6 in a archer. Oh wow, Jack actually has a general.
How did he do that? Just with the
Faith?
card, I assume.
Oh, maybe with the card, and then maybe Faith by a little bit too. Although I'd imagine you want to keep his Faith to buy.
Wait,
both.
he's actually the only guy in this game that actually has a general, right?
Yeah,
like,
other than
Columbia
the
doesn't count.
Yeah, because he doesn't. It's not an actual general. Actually, and looks like Ledge has the card in as well. But that's exactly Jack. I think that's exactly what Jack did. He probably just had the card in for 15 turns. So Jack's got a general. He could actually quite easily, if Proppy doesn't make some units, he actually probably loses that city. Pretty
Any
easy,
news?
right?
I agree. I agree.